Did any NSMQ lady catch your eye? And if yes, which school was she in?
A few caught my eye, but I chose the JI. Yes.
A mass of about 938. Yes, St. Peter's.
Electron.
That is incorrect. Charged constituent of Triton. Who am I, St. James?
The proton.
That is correct.
Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. It's another opportunity and it's another time for us to bring you an exciting interview with your favorite NSMQ contestant. And you know, we've already presented to you Alfred, Lionel, and Yunus from Presec and Prempeh College. So today, we have with us the overall best for WASSCE. In fact, he was the second runner-up, close to his other contestant. He's no other person than Benjamin EYRAM. Benjamin, you are welcome to our channel.
Thank you.
How has life been after the NSMQ?
Okay, after the NSMQ, life has been, let's say it's been interesting. Because I live in Sunyani.
Okay.
And St. James is a Sunyani school. So, finishing everything up, going back to the house. At times I'd be around and somebody would look at me and say, I know you from somewhere. I'd be like, hey, baby. They say, I see the guy who was doing the NSMQ for St. James. I'll be like, yeah. So I get that a lot in Siani. It's like everybody was proud. Everybody was happy that we went to the semi-finals because it was the first time for the whole region. So at times you'd be walking about. I remember getting 200 CDs from somebody on 3 different occasions.
You don't mean it?
Yeah. So like people really got touched. It feels like you are a hero. People love you. Things like that. Yeah.
In fact, Marvel, we have a new superhero here. You folk come and employ him.
I want to be Spider-Man.
Hey, he said he wants to be Spider-Man. Okay, that's nice. In a nutshell, who is Benjamin?
Okay. I'm the firstborn of a family of 2 kids. Me and my younger sister. We hailed from Sunyani. We've lived there like almost all our life. And I'm currently exploring the world and taking one step at a time. And at the moment, I'm exploring it through electrical engineering. Yeah.
Your full name?
My name is Benjamin EYRAM Digby.
Okay. So are you an Ewe?
Yeah, I'm an Ewe.
Okay. From where's your hometown?
Anyaku.
Anyaku.
Yeah, it's by Keta.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. So why didn't you go to Kita SHS?
Oh, honestly, I haven't gone to Bono Region before.
Hey! Hey, Benjamin doesn't know his hometown. Okay, but you have to go.
Yeah, I'll force.
Right. Okay. Where did you go to GHS?
I went to Holy Spirit. It's like, let's say 50 or 60 meters away from my house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So every day we would walk, me and my sister would walk to school. We had a lot of fun. Actually, GHS is one of the fun times you'd have in life, but you don't realize it. So you go to SHS and you see that you miss your old people. Yeah. GHS was nice. I was there with Alex too. Yeah. So
Wow.
the boys used to play around. We'll be fighting with the girls. Sometimes they would be doing their own thing, class competition, stuff like that. School was nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. In Sunyani, right?
Yeah, in Sunyani.
Okay. That's cool. So do you remember any of your friends from GHS?
I remember all of them.
Any shout out to them?
Okay, so obviously we'll start with the boys. Shout outs to Augustine, KB, Bones, Ato, Kingsley, JC, Alex.
I'm Kingsley too, so shout out to me.
There are plenty. And a few of the girls too. Nanama, Eva, Louisa, Prisla. I'll end up mentioning the whole class.
Okay. So wherever you are, Holy Spirit.
Yeah, Holy Spirit.
Shout out to all of you, okay? Shout out. What's the future dream now and what are you pursuing in the university? And which university are you now?
Okay, so right now I'm at Academic City. I'm offering electrical and electronics engineering. But my future is not going to be based on only that. I want to enter computing, cybersecurity, but I also want to be able to do the physical engineering aspect, architecture, electricals, things like that. I want to do a lot of things, but I know electrical engineering is the best place to start for me. Yes.
What advice would you give to anyone who wants to, is thinking of entering into the engineering field or anything? What advice will you give to such a student?
Okay. So, as a Ghanaian, the education you receive from school won't be complete. You'd go to a school, you are getting theoretical knowledge most of the time. Over here, it's a bit different. But I know from most of the traditional universities, you'd be getting theoretical knowledge most of the time. But you'd have to you'd have to work as an actual engineer. You should be able to see a problem and know how to solve it. I would advise you that you should teach yourself. YouTube is there for a reason. YouTube is your best friend in the university. You have to use it well. The pictures, videos that you get there, at least they give you a physical image of engineering itself. You'd be reading a pamphlet and you are supposed to find a way of seeing how an engine works from the pamphlet. It's not the best. But that's what we have right now. So right now, I prefer you build yourself online. There are online courses, you can use YouTube. Then help the next generation to also actually be able to now experience engineering itself in Ghana.
What are your perception about this current dispensation where artificial intelligence and technologies are in place? What are your perception about that?
Okay, I remember just last week we had a Python assignment. It was a bit complex. We were supposed to make a class, a multi-set class, and define a function for that class. Honestly speaking, where we've learned up to, we haven't reached classes and stuff like that. But my friend decided to type the whole problem into ChatGPT. And the solution came step by step by step.
Wow.
Like what AI can do right now, there are no limits. We are still discovering how far AI can go. So honestly speaking, AI is the future.
AI is the future.
AI is the future, seriously. Microsoft, Google, they are all bringing their own chatbots into the system now. And over time, you would end up having AIs that work in physical bodies. That are able to do jobs like customer service, stuff like that. Over time, you get AI that are able to program other robots.
Yeah.
So in the end, if you don't get yourself abreast with AI, you are going to get lost.
Our viewers who were asking about why Benjamin chose engineering, I think with these answers, you will be satisfied with this one. Okay. So, Benjamin, this is a very tricky question, but optional one. Did any NSMQ lady catch your eye? And if yes, which school was she in?
Okay. To say the truth, if you ask this question to anybody, they'll say no. But let me be plain with you.
Be plain. Yes, that's the purpose of this interview.
Okay, I saw a lot of people. And just as you see people, some will catch your eye. Yeah. A few caught my eye, but I chose to JI. Yes. They were actually knew a lot of the contestants before going to Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
So I could recognize a few of them.
Just give us two.
Two, why two? Then I'll say the contestants from our sister school. That would be better.
Which?
Notre Dame girls.
Okay, Notre Dame girls. So we should just take it as Notre Dame girls.
Yes.
Notre Dame girls. Viewers, Notre Dame girls. Okay. So now let's come to your senior high school. How was life at St. James Seminary SHS like?
Okay, so when I got there in first year, usually most people from Holy Spirit choose to go to St. James. It's like there's a link. Like you go to Atomic GHS or Achimota Primary, you go straight to Achimota. You know that link.
Yeah. And also like Presec to University of Ghana.
Yeah, the same thing. A lot of people they choose the place, they get it. It's like there's that rapport between the schools. Sure. Yeah, so I went there with 15 other of my classmates.
Hey.
Yeah. They were others from other schools, they were 44,
Oh,
40,
okay.
yeah. So we were usually in a group most of the time throughout first year. We're taking care of each other. So first year was, though you suddenly start missing your family. Yeah. I remember there was this time somebody was crying. A boy was crying like he had missed his mom. Stuff like that. It happened a lot. You feel the pain, but over time the boys will make you happy. Let's put it that way.
But wait, boys' school and mixed school. Boys' school is that funny?
Boys' school is fun. Boys' school is fun. Is it mixed school? The fact that girls are around limits the, let's say, the abilities of the boys. 'Cause someone is imagining what his crush would think of him when he's fooling about, or when he's having fun, or when he chooses to say something. But in boys' school, it's freedom. Freedom. Yeah. Somebody can choose not to take a bath for a month. He doesn't care. Somebody can choose to go to the dining hall, take all the meat in every pot, and run away. It's nice. It's cool. But imagine you're in a big school and you get called out to assembly for that, and everybody is looking at you. Stuff like that. It discourages people. Yeah, but and academically things were good. Actually, in Form 1 I slept a lot. I wasn't, my timetable, things weren't adjusting well, so I used to sleep in class a lot. Yeah, but in Form 2, Form 3, it started picking up. Everything fell into place. Yeah.
Did the seniors homo you?
Oh no,
There was nothing like that at your place.
they were doing to other boys a lot, but like, I don't know if I give that vibe that I'm an innocent boy, or like don't touch me sort of thing. So most of them, okay, I also had a school father who had the respect of a lot of them. So
Do you know his name?
yeah, Samuel. We call him Flexi. Some people call him Accra, Ekoso, plenty things. Yeah, Flexi was good. He was good. At times, if some people would try to worry me a bit, he would come in, push them away, and he would tell them that I'm his school son. Nobody should touch me. Yeah. So former it was soft life. Let's say it that way. A soft life.
Okay, so which science class were you in and your house?
I was in C1. That's science 1.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was in St. Augustine's house.
Okay, so how many houses do you have?
And we have 4.
Which are?
St. Augustine's, St. Aquinas, St. Luanga, and St. Kizito.
So you will have St. Augustine, you will have Aquinas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so which means St. James is bigger than these two schools.
Yes. We have everybody inside. All the schools in Ghana inside.
So now, why is St. James Seminary SHS so good in the WASSCE? Tell us the secret, because I don't know. Every WASSCE ranking that always come out, St. James Seminary SHS, they are always on top. What is the secret of your school?
Okay, so first I was a population size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Population.
Yeah, you'd have schools like Prempe, WASSCE, maybe Presec, sending 1,800 students to write WASSCE. Our batch were 283.
You don't mean it?
Yeah. So the fact that you guys are small, the school is able to manage you well.
Okay.
We had 4 science classes, 2 arts classes, and at the time we were in Form 1, the teachers were plenty. So you'd have, as soon as a class is done, you'd be resting for 5 minutes. You realize that that teacher is already standing there, looking at you, telling you guys to get up. They didn't come to class to sleep. So they were actually, and since it's a seminary school, we don't have headmasters, we have rectors.
Oh, okay.
So they are reverend fathers who serve as the school's heads.
Okay.
And they are strict on the teachers. You see, if you are not doing your job, or they will send a query to GS will take you out.
Okay.
So the fact that you are under that stress, you're also going to put us under that stress to make sure that we go ahead. So most of the times we finish the syllabus in Form 3 first term, Form 3 second term, or first semester. You just put it that way.
So walk us through the moment when St. James Seminary SHS won the regional competition, the regional National Science and Maths Quiz competition. You guys won for Bono Region, right? Yeah. So walk us through the moment. How did you guys feel?
Okay. So I remember the year before, our seniors got knocked out by the last Riddles, and in Kranza Sectec won.
Oh, okay.
So the like let's say fast forward, we are now in the final. That image came to me. It came to us. It wasn't our best contest because at the end of the first round, things were okay. We had I think 13 points. The school that was leading at 15. Okay. It wasn't that much. But if you notice, we were not a speed team school. Yeah. So in the speed race, we got like -6.
You don't mean it.
-6. And we had to make sure that the two of us would get everything correct to still stand a chance. Okay. And by God's grace, we were able to get all the two of us right. And obviously, though you don't wish it to your, let's say, those you are competing with, but each time someone gets something wrong, you smile it to your head. And you make the sound across your head a bit. Then you stay steady, you focus for your own, you get it right. And the boys too were giving support. Okay. They were supporting us. They knew we were losing, but still. Yes. So then we got to the last round, the Riddles. I don't remember where the scores were actually. But at the last Riddle, whoever took it out of the 4 schools would have won the contest. Oh, okay. So we were there just, and the Riddle 2 I would say it was sick, but it was a bit on the more difficult side. Okay. But luckily, that Tuesday, my colleague Kofo, he had been talking about synapses a lot. He was using it to bother me. Any small thing, he would come and worry me. He used to call me Digby. Oh, okay. And sometimes he would call me EYRAM. Hey, Digby, come and look at this. Then he will start going through chemical synapses, electrical synapses, how they work, everything. And Miss Ode Shringa was on stage talking about synapses for the last Riddle. Okay. Hey. So we didn't actually realize it, but it got to a point. It came to me and I told Alex, I'm going to say synapse. Then he said, "You okay? I trust you." And we rang. The place was silent. The boys were praying. Every school was praying. The place was silent. People looked up. They saw our bell. I think it was number 3. Then they were just listening. They were praying that we won't get it wrong. Okay. And another school gets it right. Because last week, those warriors a lot. Yeah. Then we said synapse. And Miss Odi Swinger too. I don't know if she was acting dramatic effect or whatever. She also kept quiet. And she looked at us. And he said, "That is correct." Then that place, I screamed the loudest scream I had ever screamed. It was even more joyous than when we won against St. Peter's. Wow. Yeah, because it was our main objective for the moment at that time. So we just got it. I was screaming. My nose mask almost went off. You see, they give you this nose mask. It almost went off. We were happy. People tried to carry me, but they couldn't. People tried to carry me, but they couldn't.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Okay. And that day, we celebrated throughout the weekend. And that weekend too, the Saturday was my birthday. So mommy sent food from the house, jollof, plenty things. We were happy. Sure.
That was the moment. You guys should enjoy it in the street. So, Benjamin, what was the most challenging question you guys encountered in the National Science and Maths quiz?
I would say there was this question. Oh, in the semi-finals. I think finding the points of inflection of a function, yeah. Mm-hmm. Back in school, we hadn't actually tackled any question on it. Okay. And it came in the St. Peter's contest. We saw, but we did something, we got it correct. We chose to ignore it. And it came back in the semi-finals. Yeah, okay.
I want to ask how you were able to work with Alex, because I know NSMQ is about teamwork. So what was your relationship with Alex, and then how did you guys work together to achieve what you achieved?
Okay, so back in SHS, like we're basically best friends already. So working with him as contestants, it wasn't difficult at all. There were times where, when you are with your friend and you guys get different answers, you would argue and time will run out.
I saw one. I don't I've forgotten the school, but we will show the clip.
UPSHS.
His colleague had the answer wrong, and then he shouted on the...
Yes.
I didn't like it cry.
I remember. Like, things like that, we try to minimize them. That's what trials are also for.
And I think it's also pressure. So how did you guys even How did you soak the pressure?
Our our teachers usually they used to talk to us a lot about. They'll say round 1, round 3, round 4, round 5. Those times the question is for you. They've given you your time limit. So know how to work within that time limit. Don't think about the others. It's only speed race that you have to think about other people. So make sure your mind is clear and you are solving your question. You see. But there were times too that you are losing. Charlie, you have to rack up marks. Because, there's pressure. If you lose, that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, but we're able to keep our cool. Yeah.
So I want you to give me 4 NSMQ greatest of all time, per your opinion.
In my opinion. Okay. Even before we started, I had heard of this guy called Paul Azuri.
Yeah. Paul Azuri.
Yeah, it was 2002.
Correct.
And it's me, I didn't get to see what he actually did. So most people say he's the GOAT, but I would exempt him for now. Let's say if I was to choose 4 people,
Who will you choose?
I would choose Eden.
Eden from Prempeh College.
Yes, Eden would be on top. Because the things he could do, even in Form 2, they were amazing. He would mention some things you think is random, numbers be, but it will end up being exactly what's on the woman's paper. So people like that, they are amazing.
Shout out to Eden. Shout out.
Yeah. Michael Bain. Yeah, St. Peter's. Yes. He too, he was really good. I don't know the second time, I don't know what happened, but he was really good. When he was in Form 2, he was the main contestant. It's very rare.
He had that expression that
the Egyptians you see today, you shall see no more. Yes.
Yes, what are we to expect?
It is written in the scriptures. In the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 30. And Moses said unto the people, fear not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he shall bring to you today. For the Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more.
And I like that the way he backed everything with God, with scripture. It was good. It was good.
the third person.
Benjamin
From Presec.
from Presec. Yes. Usually you see him talking, but I could see what he was doing.
Benjamin from Presec was like Evans in Prempeh College.
Yes.
Evans with Eden,
Yes.
and then Benjamin with Gakpeto.
Yes. You would see him getting the spotlights, but there were times, there were questions you would see, he would just ring and tell Gakpeto to take the mic and talk. Then he'll be writing something on the paper, and Gakpeto would be saying, like,
Your vision is good. And who's the fourth person?
Fourth person. I would say he's a good, but he was one of my favorite contestants, Imebo.
Yeah, remember.
Yeah, like the way he would just become, two of us, he'll be sitting there. Yes, Imebo, then he say, true, it's correct. Like, he made the whole thing look easy. He made it look like child's play. I loved the way he worked. Yeah.
So shout out to Imebo. So coming to Academic City, you won the presidential scholarship for Academic City College. How did you pull that off? Because it was worth $40,000. Yes, that's a lot of money. How did you pull that off? And what was the process?
Okay, so once we had got to the semi-finals, it was in their catalog, the NSMQ book, that any of the semi-finalists who happened to be interested in Academic City or Accra College of Medicine, you would have to go through a process and they would consider you for scholarship.
Oh, okay.
So I was in the process. Actually, I had gone for two interviews, and I was waiting for confirmation. Then my WASSCE results came. Then I sent it to them. They were like, "Oh, okay, then everything is cool. You've got it." So the next day, they came online, and people were sending congrats and things like that. Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that the scholarship applied to only NSMQ students. Other students from other.
Yeah. Actually, we have 5.
Okay.
All of us were NSMQ contestants, but I think I'm the only one who used the NSMQ to get a scholarship. Most of them used their... Sometimes when they have conversations with you and they see how mature you are, they choose to give you the scholarship.
So our view, if you want a scholarship, Academic City is wide open for everyone. you can apply, and the scholarship is very huge because Benjamin is enjoying $40,000 worth scholarship. Yes. Okay, so Benjamin, when the news came up that WASSCE, the whole West Africa, you were second, Alex was first. Did you even expect it?
No, I wasn't expecting.
So how was the feeling like?
Oh, something you didn't expect and you got there. Like you'd be happy. Okay. I remember I was like we had closed from lectures. Then my mom called our rector had been trying to get me. He couldn't get me. There's an urgent issue. I have to call him, and he's starting to get impatient. So I called our rector, Father Hubert, and he was like, Digby, why is that whenever I call you don't pick my calls?
Okay.
I was like, oh, Father, sorry, I was in lectures. You try to, I would not say find an excuse, but you'd have to be apologetic a bit. Then he told me that, so I got a letter from my egg, and you guys got first and second in WASSCE. I was calm. I was calm talking to you, but inside I was jubilating. I was dancing, everything. But I wasn't expecting it, because you see, if you notice, sometimes you take certain papers and you have already started calculating the score you get. You realize you're out of the range you want to be. So I was like, hey, wow, God, thank you so much, because it was one of the things my mom was praying for, that I'll do well in WASSCE, I'll get the West African award. I also do well in NSMQ for her. Yeah, so from there I called her back, and she was even happier than me. You see the way mothers do their thing. Yeah. So really everything was, I was so grateful to God, because he's the only one who could have done it. I wasn't expecting anything like that.
Now let's come to the National Science and Maths quiz, the national level. So what was the reception back at home and then in your SHS when you guys went into the semi-final? It was a history for your school, right? Yes. So because you people proved everyone wrong.
So let me get an analogy here. Plenty people don't know St. James. So okay, imagine you are moving from Atomic towards UPSC. You see, you pass by Presec.
Okay.
Yeah. When you are coming from Kumasi going to Siani, it's almost the same way along the Abisim Road.
Okay.
When we go to Abisim, it was an impromptu return back home.
Okay.
We thought we would have stayed for the finals, but we had to go back early. Okay. So we were there, we were in the car, our bus going, and just like the Presec, all the students had come out to cover the walls, the outer walls, everywhere. And as you saw the bus, everybody started clapping, the brass band was playing, people were making noise, they were so happy. Like, it was a touching moment. People were forced to enter the bus just to greet us. People were like, stars. Oh, me too, like, starving. And yeah, I really, that's when I felt what I had done for the school. It was like, there are so many people who need validation just to prove that St. James is a good school. Yeah. And we've done that for them. And from that, I saw that any chance you get to make whoever is in charge of you proud, do it well. To make your parents proud, your school proud, you should do it well. It really means a lot. Okay.
Let's come to the quarterfinals. I know the quarterfinals will be one of the serious contests you people had to battle. But then let's come to the PESCO contest. The PESCO contest was the 1-8. You know, you people eliminated them down to the prelims, so they are going to start from there. But how did you guys pull it off?
I have a mass of about 938. Yes, St. Peter's.
Electron.
That is incorrect. Charged constituent of Triton. Who am I, St. James?
The proton.
That is correct.
Honestly, I don't know. That's one of the moments that I would say God was working wonders in the background. Because you see, before the NSMQ, we do trials. Okay. We were studying the trial contest from other schools. St. Peter's, their trials were really, really good.
They won the Sharks.
quiz.
The Sharks quiz, they won.
Yes.
So yes, that fair guy.
Settled
Yes, Setonam. So
yeah, we had already heard of Setonam back in school. And in my opinion, if it wasn't Opokuwari that flopped in the semi-finals, I would have said St. Peter's would have been able to beat Presec. They were the only two schools that I thought for that year would be able to overtake Presec. So it was a serious year. I remember during the balloting, something happened. They said something happened, so they had to restart. So we were sitting down listening. Some of the contests were funny. Sometimes you'd hear a school, then you hear another school, then you hear a shout from the next room that hey you woo, stuff like that. So I remember one particular school, they got Presec also, and we heard them screaming that they're already out. And we were there laughing. And we heard St. Peter's, then we heard St. James. So our room, it was like chaos, Charlie. Because how can we be suffering now? Then we just meet one of those big guys at the start.
So even so now coming to that contest in the Riddles, what happened because you people won the contest in the Riddles. So in the Riddles, what really happened?
Yeah, riddles are a psychological game actually. The quiz mistress or whoever says the questions tries to trick you. Sometimes they know how much you know, and they know as they are saying this, you are going to give this obvious answer, and they will twist it a bit. That's what happened. The first riddle, honestly speaking, everybody would go for Newton. The way she started with, Isaac Newton had a lot to say about me and P. They rang and said force. If I was a reckless person, I would have done that actually. But from what I had learned, I knew that first riddles, the first clues, they would try to trick you. You think she's talking about Newton. Then you think she's talking about force, then she'll say something else. That would divert. So already that St. Peter's had got the first riddle. I was like, wish. So you're about to go home like that. Then the next riddle happened to be something we know. Yeah, we got that one on the second clue. Okay, we move. That means we're in the lead again. We move. Then the next one, everybody was confused. Then out of nowhere, Drobo got it. So they had saved us a bit. Thank them. We thank them a lot. Then the last riddle, that's where that psychological this thing comes in. She was talking about a subatomic particle that had a mass of 938 mega electron volts per speed of light squared. But once she started with the 9, there's this other convention where the mass of an electron is 9.1 times 10 power something kilograms. And the mass of a proton is 938 mega electron volts per c squared. So once she said the 9, you wouldn't know if she's going with the 9.1 or 938. She started with the 9 and St. Peter's rank. So what they choose would have decided our fate. So if the guy chose proton, he chose to say proton, then we would have been out. That would have been it. So I would say that place too, God's grace helped us a lot. It made him say something wrong. Like, sorry, but like... yeah.
But it's God's grace. God's grace. That's the underlying factor for Benjamin. God's grace. With St. James, how was preparation for the National Science and Maths quiz like for your team? No holidays, no vacations. Walk us through the preparation for St. James.
Okay. Yeah, as you said, no holidays, no vacations. But when we were Form 1, things were a bit slow. Sometimes you stay for vacation and facilitators aren't around, so you would have to do personal studies. But yeah, still I stayed. I used to enjoy being in school during that time because it's like the place where they terrorize you and you are there living as a king. Nobody can do anything to you. Yeah. So we used to learn a lot. We used to have a lot of fun too. But I realized those times were actually productive. Staying in school during vacation, the place is quiet. You get to control your timing. the pace at which you learn, everything. Things are conducive. There's no pressure on you. So yeah, it helps a lot. Then we had a lot of trial contests too. We sometimes traveled to Kumasi. Once we traveled to Cape Coast to have trials with people. When we went to K University too, we had a lot of trials. I think it helps a lot. It helps a lot of teams. Having trial contests helps you to know how the people you would face in the actual contest are. Yes.
Did they choose your NSMQ team from Form 1?
Yeah, our particular batch, we chose from football.
Okay, so now let's come to the semi-finals. Were you guys disappointed when you lost to Presec, or you guys expected something like that to happen?
I could say Alex was disappointed. He was furious, and like he didn't understand why I was so like I'd just take it normally. It's like we just lost the contest. Why are you not angry? Why are you not crying? Why are you not frustrated? I don't know. A part of me was like, okay, whatever happens, I'll take it that way. But it doesn't mean the other part was like, it doesn't mean we won't fight. We'll still try to do something. So the outcome, we took it that way, but we'll say we're disappointed a bit.
This one is a short one. In St. James Seminary SHS, Seminary SHS, what groups were you in apart from the NSMQ? And if you were in any group in your denomination, you want to know?
Okay. Being an NSMQ contestant, it limits you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't participate in too many things. It will throw you off.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, we have this here, a jack of all trades is a master of none.
Yeah.
So if you aim to win the NSMQ, you shouldn't actually be like entering different spaces, prefectship, plenty clubs. It will distract you. But I was part of YCS, Young Christian Students.
Okay.
I was our treasurer for that year. Alex was our financial secretary.
Hey, Alex, you like money?
Oh, money is good. Money is good. Yeah, that was the main club I was part of. They had this. Sometimes I would go. I was in robotics in Form 1, but I decided to stop.
Because it was taking your time.
Yeah, something like that.
So if you aspire to be in NSMQ, please, when you go to your senior high school, don't go and participate in a lot of things. You heard Benjamin himself. Okay, so what big lessons have you learned from the National Science and Maths quiz?
I've learned that pressure is a good motivator.
Hey! In fact, this one is Benjamin 2023. This is your quote.
It's a good motivational factor. Having a deadline to work to, actually, you'd not notice, but you'd actually be doing a lot of things that you yourself on the regular you can't do. The things we had to cram in our heads just in a week's time for the next contest, and we're able to do it. It actually helped. So I would say in life you have to get something to work to. You have to get something that pushes you. Yeah. If you want to achieve whatever you want to do. Then I also learned networking is very good.
So, I don't know, but before we were about to do this interview, I asked my YouTube subscribers the questions that they wanted to ask you. I don't know, but a lot of them were asking this question. They were asking, what did you get in WASSCE?
Oh.
What was your grades?
I had 8 A's.
8 A's.
Yes. Yeah.
So you heard him. Benjamin had 8 A's. Now, if he didn't even get 8 A's,
I would have gone there.
yes. So he had 8 A's. Yeah. Question has been answered. Do you have teachers in your SHS and GHS you want to give shout outs to who helped shape you? Their lessons brought you thus far. You want to give a shout out to them?
Yeah. So from GHS, I'd like to acknowledge Sir Chris. He was like our father in the class. He fought for us. So he knew we had done something wrong. The school wanted to punish us, but still he would fight for us. He was the one who encouraged most of us to go to St. James. Later on, he kept on following. If we had any issues, he would talk with us. Even while we were in SHS, so he was really good. Then in SHS, our quiz team coordinator, Mr. Nala, Eric had this fire being him. At times, if you're fooling, he will just insult you, beat you, stay focused, stuff like that. He was really pushing us. Yeah, and our other teachers, Ewura, Mr. Daniel, let's put it that way. Mr. Daniel, Sekumse, Semeshak, and my personal class teacher too. He used to teach me physics, Mr. Steven. We used to call him Gatuso. Yeah.
And also, any shout out to your friends in the University in our Academic City College and then also in your SHS?
Okay, so in the school year, my other scholars, Setonam, Linda, Doreen, Joseph, my course mates, SHS, almost all the boys. SHS, almost, if you're a SHS boy and you completed 2022 and you're watching me, shout out to you. There were especially two guys. They said if I happen to get to the NSMQ semi-finals, any interview I do, I should intentionally mention their names.
Please.
They said they said they trusted me so much. So once I'm able to do that, it means they've proven me wrong.
Okay.
So I should mention their names as a reward. So the first one was Lord.
Lord.
Yes, he's in tech right now.
Okay.
Then Comes.
Comes.
Yeah, he's Kojo Adubakubensa Sapo and shortened it to Comes. Yeah, so two of them are tech. If they are watching this, shout out to them too.
Shout outs. Your boy has made you proud. What contributed to your success?
Oh, the whole thing there, it was God. Seriously.
Underlying factor, God.
Then my parents, my mom especially, she always fought to sacrifice. Anytime I needed anything, she would sacrifice for me. She would push me. She would encourage me when I'm feeling down. There were times that I felt like this thing will not go anywhere. And she was like, still, I believe you. You are different.
Yeah.
So go there and do what I want you to do. Do what to make me proud. So there were times where when we're feeling down, I would imagine she's sitting in the crowd.
Okay.
And I'm doing the contest for her. Yeah. Then my senior high school too, St. James. The boys especially, they had this, I don't know what to say, it's not morale. It's like, it's morale, yeah, but like, they had this belief in us it was so strong.
Yeah.
They felt like we could do anything.
On our channel, there's this thing that we do on our channel when any NSMQ contestant comes. Okay. Our trivia questions. What are your hobbies apart from the National Science and Maths or apart from academics? What are your hobbies? What do you like doing most?
I like music a lot. I like music. I can't sing too well, but I force sometimes. Yes.
So who's your favorite musician?
Yeah, I mean you.
Okay.
I like Bruno Mars. I like The Weeknd. I like Adele, actually. It's not good.
Nah, this guy can sing. No, you can sing.
I can't sing.
Hey, Adele there, you can sing. Okay.
Then Sarkodie Bena Boy. Asake. Then I like Hillsong. I like Hillsong a lot. Okay. I like Maverick City.
Yeah. Naomi Rain.
No. I like everybody. But then Guardian Bass too. I like Jometto a lot. I used to listen to his songs every morning before a contest. Yeah.
Please, this video, Jometto has to watch it. I will send this video to Jometto personally.
Yeah, I used to listen to You Boy Me.
Yeah.
Then Nkwaji Kuruwa. Yeah, a lot. I like music. Then I like photography. Yeah. At a point in time in my life, I'll take a photography course. Yeah.
What is your favorite football team?
Still have to be proud. We are suffering, but I have to be proud. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Ha!
it's
Ha! Funra!
Oh. We'll come back. Yes, we will come back.
Hey! Oh. Are you also of the school of thought that Porter out?
Oh yeah, Porter out.
But if Porter goes out, who will take care of his children and family?
There are plenty of people. Antonio Conte can come back. I liked the way he was doing his things. Lampard, if they had given him time, he would have set the team up well. Thomas Tuchel, I don't know why they sacked him, but like, you're not. They don't take us into consideration. It's not fair.
In fact, hug a Chelsea fan. Come and let me hug you. Hug a Chelsea fan. Okay, so who is your favorite football player?
Okay, if it's between Messi and Ronaldo.
Messi and Ronaldo.
I'll go with Messi.
The goods.
Yes.
The goods.
The original goods. Not the China one, the Arab one. He's not a proper goods. I like the way he's determined and all, but if there's talent and your effort doesn't reach that talent, Charlie, you can't do anything.
Hey, CR7 fans on our channel come for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your favorite meal?
Wachi, any day. Wachi over jollof, wachi over fufu.
Tell them.
Yeah, sometimes wachi over pizza cry. Yeah.
Hey, watch over pizza.
Sometimes. It depends on the wachi. Yeah.
The last one, artificial intelligence or humans working for you?
I'll go for artificial intelligence.
Why?
Humans have a lot of errors. Yeah. You could have someone underworking because they have a broken heart. Someone underworking because they are in debt. AI doesn't do that. It's programmed to do this. It will do it until the program is complete.
Yeah.
There are no other factors. They don't get tired.
Yeah.
So incorporating AI into physical robots would be much more productive than human beings. Yeah.
So all too soon, we are done with our interviews. Benjamin, thank you.
But I have a question for you. Let me take it. Yes, I'm not doing the interview. Kingsley works in a pharmaceutical firm. Obviously, you'd think people like that don't work in the media space. But like, you have that interest. How are you able to build it up to create a channel? That I think it has almost 3.6k subscribers or something. 2,000 something. So like, how are you able to do that? To teach yourself all these things, video editing, the rest, content production. So, hey.
Okay. Hey, Benjamin. Okay, I don't know, but I think I love journalism. Even aside the science and other stuffs, I love journalism. You know, just as you are saying, apart from being a shark, you do other stuffs. You like photography and things. Yeah. Also, I'm an extrovert. Yes, so I relate with people easily. Yes, so I was able to learn about YouTube on YouTube. Yes, and how to do the editing and so everything I know that I've incorporated on the channel, I learned from YouTube. Yes, that's it. Yeah, satisfied.
Yes.
Okay, guys, all too soon. We've come to the end of our interview with Benjamin EYRAM from St. James Seminary SHS NSMQ 2022. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. And also, guys, please hit the post notification bell so that anytime we post, you'll be the first person to see our video. And also, let us know in the comment section who you think we should interview next in our next episode. We want to know in the comment section. Until next, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.